What's up, guys? What's up, Railgun? Thank you, thank you. Have you played with 1-1 links in CVC? A little bit, a little bit. As a response to like 2-base Muta. I have tried it a couple of times. I think in general, like anything that plays into Ultra, I think is a lot stronger in this patch. In CVC. Because the new, like, Infestor, Shroud, and Ultra was already really strong in CVC late game in the last patch. And now it's even stronger because the Infestors never have to put themselves in danger to throw the Shroud. And you also get down the Shroud faster, so your Ultras take less damage before the Shroud goes down. I still think, like, theoretically, if the Lurker player has, like, infinite money so they can make infinite spores and stuff, they, it's still stronger than Ultra Infestor. But usually you can't really get to that stage as the Lurker player, I think, where you can actually have enough spores to deny detection. Yeah, no, the cheaper armor definitely helps in a lot of situations. Especially playing against Muta. But Mutas are very strong anyway, so it's kind of weird because playing against Muta is easier because you have the cheaper +1 armor. But Mutas are also stronger in general dispatch just because of the buff and the fact that hatcheries and queens are more expensive. It's harder to actually deal with Mutas. And then, yeah, the late game stuff as well. But it feels kind of tricky to play 3-base efficiently on this patch. Okay. I have not played any games since the hotfix, actually, so I'm not really sure exactly how the build orders line up anymore. We'll have to find out. I guess we still have to play pool first, right? To be safe versus the early pool stuff in CVC. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works now after the hotfix, but before the hotfix, I think hotfix it was impossible to defend with hatch first versus a good pool, like early pool opener. So, I'll try using the old build and just see how that feels. I don't think you can walk to there, right? '16, 16, 17. We can try that. I think I would rather just do 17 hatch though, I think. Just the hatchery being a couple of seconds faster. I think that actually does much for us. I'm not sure I like this gas either. So it's kind of awkward with the supply now. But I guess we're not gonna float 3 larvae at least, right? If we wait for the overload here. And it's like, yeah, this gas just doesn't do anything for us at this point. So yeah, that's why I'm not the biggest fan of this. Looks like he went hatch first. It's fine. Yeah, we have too much gas now. I want to put a tumor here, but it might get sniped. What a gamer. Especially versus pool first, this is ballsy. Very ballsy. Two queens. I think if you only go 2 queens, you risk dying to Ling Floods, most likely. Yeah, this isn't good. This is not gonna be a good wall. No matter how I do it. Because I don't want to have the gap there. Yeah, it took too long to figure out my wall here. Hero moment. Oh, what? Okay. Some pretty bad mistakes happening here. Do this for now. Ah, man, this guy. This is very annoying. Where he's playing. No fear. I really dislike CBC in the new patch. It's just so rock, paper, scissory. Oh, I made 2 overseers. Maybe we can get value out of them. Ah, yeah. Dude, this should never ever work in a million years. What a stupid thing. This is so dumb. This fucking matchup, man. And 2 hatch doing this most stupid all-in that never ever works. If I have any idea it's coming. Oh my god, man. This fucking matchup now is just so incredibly stupid. And like, if I have a proper wall, the game is just also over. But because my wall sucks. Okay. Just have to deal with it. CVC is what it is now. Yeah, I mean, it just became the early game is just complete rock paper scissors, and then I mean this game was on me for not having a proper wall, because what he did here is not a real build. You can't do this on 2 hatch. I mean, the mid game of CVC is not really a problem. The problem is the early game. Mm, yeah. I think I'm actually gonna do this. A little bit late in this gas, I think. Maybe not. Yeah. You gotta do builds like this so they don't play hatch first every game. Yeah. Yeah, like CVC just became so much more random overall. I'm not really sure if you can play 3 hatch consistently in this matchup. Like, getting value out of the third hatch is so much harder now, because the queen is still expensive and the hatchery is more expensive. Yeah, no, it's definitely stronger, 2-base. Because the fact that you can also, like, if you play 2-base, you can... It's much easier to play double Evo as well, right? Like, double Evo builds used to be really bad when you play 2-base. But I feel like that's not really the case anymore. Okay. But yeah, CVC is pure, like, degen gaming now. It's just... The more you gamble, the better your chances are. Okay, I'm not sure I want to do this, actually. No, it's the larva change, 100%. It's the larva change. The 8 worker start is actually, like, worse for Zerg than the other 2 races. Comparatively to 12 workers. It's just the larva. Like, even the nerfed larva buff rate is still massive. Because of, like, it's such a big snowball effect on your economy. Every drone is, like, what is it, 0.8 seconds faster, right? So, like, when you're droning up in the early game, your economy just comes online so much faster. Yeah, but like, you have to, like, remember that the 9th throne, the 10th throne, the 11th throne are all earlier. And they get to mine slightly more minerals, which means you have slightly more money to make more drones with, which means your next drones are slightly earlier, right? It's just like a huge accumulation effect. And this keeps going throughout the entire early game, right? And anytime you're droning in the early game. But it's not super impactful for, like, lower levels, for sure. Because it's only impactful if you're really, really good about spending your larva. And usually if you look at lower levels, that's the main problem they have, is spending their larva. Like, not floating the larva. Okay, let's do this, I guess. I'm not sure how to wall on this map either. Let's do this. Let's try this. A little bit late Roach Horn here. Should have made the Roach Horn instead of the Overlord. He's getting roach speed. Getting a lot of roaches. He has a lot of queens. Too greedy there. Still making roaches. No third hatch. I mean, there's no reason for me to take a third hatch either if he doesn't take one, so we're just gonna chill here. Supply block here is pretty bad though. Definitely, because he's quite all in. With the Ravager here, we should be fine. That's fine. I mean, we just have better economy here. I could go Spire if I wanted to, but yeah, I'm just gonna cancel this. Still no fourth gas. So I just have to be careful. He's still gonna try to just A-move us here, probably. I kinda would like to get 4 Ravagers to start killing these Overlords, but it's kinda greedy, because most likely what he's going for here is just, you know, try to A-move us. Oh, he has Overlord speed though. Maybe not then. I mean, we can definitely be a little bit aggressive here then. I hate that I'm supply blocked here. It's very few drones. Missing an upgrade here, so it's gonna be very hard for him to do anything here in this fight. It's very weird he committed to this in like a 2-base versus 2-base scenario. His opening was a bit more greedy than ours, but yeah, then he just kind of all out here. Yeah. Happy partner anniversary. Thank you, thank you. Mm. Okay, guys, let's get some non-CVC games. Let's go. Let's go. It's so sad because before the patch, I had like no CVC games whatsoever. And now we're getting nothing but CVCs. Like, I've barely gotten to play any CVPs or CBTs. I still have no idea like how the matchups actually feel on this patch. And the insane part is, this is with our stats combined from the last patch, right? We had probably something like 30-ish CVCs since the new patch. And like maybe 5 of the other 2 matchups. Any Tyrant players on the ladder? Or Protoss players? Mm. Oh, nice CVP. Not sure why I was holding 3 larva there. It's probably a mistake on my part. In the last patch, I was messing around with playing 13 hatch after Overlord versus Protoss. Because you were able to get the hatchery down in time to not get blocked by a pylon scout. But I'm not sure what the timings looks like now. 14 hatch might be okay. I'll have to look at the replay. Let's see. The fairly early scout, but I don't think it's just a pylon scout. Most likely a gate scout, right? Kind of feels too early for that as well, though. Kind of off timing for sure. Probably was at gate scout actually. Okay, don't hate my position here. This build order feels fairly smooth too. Obviously, I think probably a 15 hatch is more efficient, but yeah, it kind of depends on how it works out with the timings here. The warp gate. Should be the first setup, right? I'm not crazy. Hard to afford the queens here. For sure. Here's a stalker second. Ah, well, this is pretty early. Was this a proxy? Could have been, I guess. Oh. Maybe I just missed it. Don't really have my timings nailed down here. No gas here. So that kinda makes it somewhat obvious. The Zealot is also very suspicious. Losing these overlords is pretty bad. Definitely want to scout around for proxy pylons here. It kind of seems like it's just doing a charge for them. Need my gas.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 천막 조명이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 병 완료. 락시가 직접 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 여왕 생성 성공. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 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 적이 일벌레 공격. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고
Hello,
있음.
Queens? Where are we?
광맥 소진됨.
Let's get some vision out here so we don't get caught off guard by something.
변형됨. 군단 광맥.
Okay. We should be able to finish this game pretty soon here.
군락지가 직접 공격받고 있음. 일벌레가 공격받고 있음. 일벌레 공격 중. 일벌레가 공격받고 있음. 있음.
A little bit messy there on my side, for sure. But we're pretty far ahead after the first attack. Top logic, thank you, thank you. Hey, what's up, Sturgeon? How you doing, man? Yeah, but here the transition is just too slow. And like, he still doesn't have +1 attack, so it's... He has nowhere near enough units to actually deal with our pressure. Enjoy the 2 minutes YouTube video? Yeah. I haven't tested it since the balance patch. But since the hotfix patch. So I'm not sure exactly how it lines up now. But it felt pretty good on the before the larva change. Hmm. I haven't really had enough time to test on the new patch. It feels like you can kind of use the same, but like it doesn't feel bad to use the same as before. But there might be something that's more optimal now. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like an overall buff, I think. It just feels worse, right? Because everything is so expensive in the early game. You can't afford anything. But having your like early drones come out 0.8 seconds faster every time, it adds up very quickly. I forgot I'm playing CVC here. Like once you're in the mid game and like you have your economy set up and you have the injects like from three hatcheries kicking in, the larva buff is obviously not that significant. But the early game and the early mid game, you can everything just feels way smoother because you always have larva and your income scales up way quicker. Not sure about doing this gas before the queen. Probably should do it after. I think. Because again, yeah, the gas doesn't really make any sense here. I mean, I would have been fine with an even bigger larva nerf if they just did something about, like, reduce either the hatchery or the queen cost. That would have been fine. by me. Because it, again, just doesn't feel nice to play the early game when everything is so expensive. But it's probably still fine. Okay, another build order loss here for us. Well, I was thinking about it. Obviously, it's an overall buff to the Widowmine, but it's also harder for the Terran to stop you from wasting the mine shots by sending in like small groups of units. Because they can't kill all the like a small group of Lingbane with just bio in time before it actually shoots. So it's a double-edged sword, I think, the Widowmine change a little bit.
새로운 여왕 준비된
Yeah. Yeah, everything like that is going to be weaker, right? But obviously, they can still do stuff like unburrowing and so on.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 진화 완료.
My roach run is quite late here. Could potentially be an issue. It's actually a full one.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 유전자 변형됨. 군단 변됨.
Not the best execution by me. But we got really far ahead by killing 2 overlords and killing both the queens. Getting a couple of drones. Friendly fire in Homestead Cup has been booming. Yeah. So these two guys are very interesting getting me to respond. I think this is Trigger, right? I believe. Could be wrong, but So. Maybe even 14 hatch could be a thing. Like double extractor trick, potentially. Ah. Maybe we just cancel this actually. Yeah. I want to see when he sent his probe here, because this is a pretty short map, so... If he can't block me here with the Pylon Scout, he probably can't block me on any map with a Pylon Scout, so... That would be good information. Oh, he messed up. Obviously, we're kind of missing half a larva now. Slightly late in the pool there. We're overall pretty happy with the situation. When he goes for this early of a scout and doesn't get the block off, it's quite nice for us. Especially since he messed up his probe micro here, so he can't harass properly. So now we want to pay attention to see if the probe comes home or not. So we know if we need to watch out for proxies. The probe. Should probably try to get the hatchery down before the overlord, right? I think that should be the general plan. I say as I start the overlord. Second chrono boost.
새로운 여왕 준비됨.
Can we get this tumor down before the adept shows up? Should be able to, right? I think. The hatchery. Kinda tight. A few more lanes. This should be quite good for us. So we have to remember that the Oracle could be quite early here. Not sure what that error sound was. Did my OBS crash? No.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Oracle.
군단이 진화했음.
Wasn't for the supply block here. Would be kind of happy with this position.
여왕 생성 성공.
Okay.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 새로운
Looks like an Archon drop, right?
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
The Robo might already be, or the Warp Prism, I mean, might already be out on the map. Would be slightly problematic for us. Oh.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 여왕 생성. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Let's make sure we don't run into any stasis traps here. G. The Lynx got a lot of stuff done this game for sure. If you made a Void Ray, the game could have been a little bit tricky, but is PvC free win on this patch? I'm not sure. It feels a lot easier than it was in last patch for sure. But last patch was anything but a free win, so like I think Protoss late game is still extremely strong. It's just like they don't really have anything scary in the mid game anymore. Like all of their timing builds are very neutered, so you can play so much more greedy as a Zerg player, and that does make the game feel easier. Though I haven't played anything versus like one thing that could potentially be strong that I haven't played versus yet is just like 2 base all-ins with sentries. Like Nexus first Immortal all-in, or like, you know, a 6 or a 7 gate with mass sentry. Stuff like that could maybe be strong. But again, because the warp gate is nerfed, this is more tricky. Was this a 14 hatch? This was a 13 hatch this time. Yeah. I cancelled the 14th drone when I saw the probe. Will I ever play AoE4 again? I'm definitely gonna play it, you know, for fun. But I have no plans of playing it competitively again. Unless they, for some reason, they would announce a bunch of tournaments in Asian time zones. But I definitely see myself playing it more just for fun. No more depth timings. I mean, they can still do like, let's say 3-gate glaives. I think it's still fine, because they don't really need warp gate for that, right? But any build that they would require warp gate for, I think it's a lot worse. Isn't AV4 a little bit more healthy than SC2? I mean, there's less tournaments overall than SC2 for sure. And all the tournaments are on European time zones. So like, if I wanted to play an AV4 tournament, I would start playing at like 1 AM and finish at like 9 AM. And I just don't want to have that kind of schedule. Okay, but yeah, let's see when he sent the probe here. If everything was on time from his part. Or if this pylon was late. Does feel a little bit... no, it's actually pretty good. He could have been like 1 second faster with this. Which is why I cancelled this drone, right? But this must be one of the shorter maps, right? In the map pool. So it feels like you should pretty much always be able to get a 13 hatch down. After Overlord. Which definitely beats being blocked. Yeah, but they can obviously do stuff like send the probe even earlier, like before the pylon, but in this patch with 8 workers, that hurts them a lot more than it did in the last patch, right? It's a much larger percentage of their economy that they have to send out. You lost 2 drones? 1 drone? 2 drones. Yeah, I mean the Archon drop. The bigger thing was that we killed a bunch of probes here, right? That was the bigger thing in this game. Like we killed this battery and then we killed seven probes with the links. And yeah, on top of that we took almost no damage from the Archon drop, right? Then we killed an Archon, so... But yeah, I've said this before, and one thing I like love about the patch, like even if the warp gates were free, the fact that they have to turn them manually. I hated when they made it to like auto turn. Like Protoss is already easier to play than the other races. They don't need to have auto macro as well. Because then this happens, because they forget to make their warp gates in situations like this. It wouldn't really have changed anything if you had the warp gates here or not, but... I just like that Protoss actually have to macro a little bit. Yeah. I'm not sure how active the Korean ladder is right now. We seem to only be playing Sturks. But there's some Terrans playing as well. Like there's some Terrans here with a decent amount of games. Some players here with a decent amount of games. Okay, rematch. Okay. We'll try the 13 hatch again. Like maybe we can just default to doing 13 hatch in this matchup. Yeah, seems like we can do that, right? Like we float 3 larva for like a few seconds here, but it's so much better than getting your natural blocked. So it might just be worth it to do it every time. Okay. This might be core first, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. Hello. I think I want this 4th, 5th.
새로운 여왕 준비됨.
Yeah. Going hash before Overlord doesn't feel super viable here. Might be slightly late on the spore, I guess.
군단이 진화했음. 여왕 생성 성공. 새로운 여왕 준비됨.
A lot of gateways. Some stalkers.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Oh, this is bad. Not realize this was happening. Kinda looks as if it's going to blink though. Let's do this. 4th being late is kinda bad.
여왕 생성 성공.
He tricked us. Maybe we can do something like a Roach Hydra all in here. Maybe. Don't really want that second Evo chamber anymore though.
공격받고 있음. 정막에서 공격받고 있음. 정막 조명이 공격받고 있음. 군단이 진화했음.
Guess I kind of do.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 유전자 변형됨. 진화 완료됨. 병력이 공격받고 있음. 정답 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 변이 완료. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 유전자 광
GG. So praise God. Told Nero about your 2-base and you ran over people. Nice. That's cool to hear. But yeah, I was talking about this build a bit earlier. I haven't really tested it since the hotfix, so I'm not sure exactly how it lines up now with the missing larva, but it might still be good. How does the new patch feel? It feels alright. It feels alright. I mean, it feels bad because everything is expensive in the early game and you don't have any money, but Zerg is pretty good once you get started. Like the earlier larva, it's definitely still noticeable, for sure. Why Roach instead of Ling Bane? He opened Charge.Archon. I kind of thought he was going Blink. I kind of blindly went... like, my scouting was very lacking this game. Especially considering, like, he built his production here, he can't really hide... He can't really hide his, what he's making, right? Like, he can't warp in the back. So I could just see the zealots, and I could have adjusted here and just cancel this and go Roach speed, this, Overload speed, and go kill him. But, yeah, for some reason I thought he was going Blink. So I went Hydra Ling with plus 1 melee, and then I realized a lot later that he was actually making charge shots. So like now I go back into Hydra Roach. So it was not a clean opening by any means. I mean, I think we were in some trouble actually this game, but For some reason he stopped warping in High Templars. Or making High Templars, I guess. I think it was actually a pretty big mistake by him here to make the warp gates. Like he should just be producing normally, I think, right now. Yeah. If his defense was cleaner, I think we were pretty dead this game. Like he doesn't need a fully saturated fourth at this point, right? He could have made more batteries, more cannons. Yeah, I mean, I made, like, I sprinkled in some drones at some point, but for the most part, the base was completely empty, right? Like, I need to kill his fourth base here to have a chance in the game, basically. So he could definitely afford to cut probes at this point and make static instead. Yeah, no, that's for sure something to try to do. In this case, because my opening was so inefficient, I feel like I didn't want to invest anything in anything that wasn't units, right? Because I felt like I had to get up big enough army to actually attack before he got too big. But if that was the plan from the start, then yeah, for sure. But also versus this, I could have just gone Roach Queen with overload speed as well, and just do a push down the middle of the map. Nobody was using the extractor trick. People are going 11 overload instead. I haven't really tested enough on since the hotfix, so I'm not really sure what the best is. Maybe 11 overload is better. But I think in this matchup, because I'm going 13 hatch, the extractor trick should be better, right? Because you get your 13th drone faster, right? And your 12th drone faster than doing 11 overload. Because in CVP, I am doing 13 hatch every game, I think. Because the pylon scout can't block the 13 hatch. And if you're going 13 hatch, like 11 overload makes sense if you want to spend this larva, right? Like if you're planning on going above 13 here, then 11 overload makes a lot more sense because you can spend this larva a lot quicker. But since I'm pretty much always going to make the hatchery on 13 here, they don't go 13 hatch today. I mean, in CBP, I think you should always go 13 hatch. Seems tight. It's kind of tight, yeah, but I could have had better drone micro, for sure. And the only way he can be earlier is if he sends the probe before the pylon, right? But like I could be better about my drone micro for sure. No, skipping overload is not good. Not good. It's not worth it. Then I would rather just have the hatchery here, I think. But I think maybe doing 18 overload instead of 19 here, and just having 2 on gas for a while might be okay. This is considered a small map, right? Yeah, I'm not sure what the shortest map in the map pool is. I'm not really sure. Maybe lockdown? It might be this one, right? Yeah, we played the game before on this map, and I was also able to get the hatchery down there. Oh, I misclicked somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure which is shorter between this one and Rainfall. But on this map we were also able to get it down in time. And in this game I even made the 14th throne and cancelled it. Obviously not ideal. So I haven't gotten blocked with the 13 hatch yet. But that could be like small inefficiencies in my opponent's opening. It could be depending on the map. Not really sure. I have to test it more. Against any 3-base blink got in so far. And not since the hotfix, no. I don't think blink in general is very strong anymore in this patch. Because they have... Their timings are just way worse, right? So... It doesn't really work as well as it does before because they have way less like threat potential. So it's pretty much always just a macro play when they go blink, which gives you a lot of freedom. The Hydos are already done. No, you can just go Zerglings. It's just like their timings is just worse, right? Because they have to pay for the warp gates if they want to get them. So yeah. Well, it could maybe be good still in some situations with like a proxy pylon or something. Like, I think it's very early into the patch, and I think you shouldn't be thinking in terms of like definitive solutions to things yet, right? There's so many things in StarCraft that barely works if the execution is extremely good, right? And if the execution is bad, it doesn't work, right? So it will take some time to figure out what's actually viable or not. I mean, I haven't had any problems in this patch yet, but I also haven't played very many CVPs, so... I'm not sure. This is DRG maybe? Yeah, CVC is complete rock, paper, scissors in this patch. I mean, kind of, yeah. It's like rock, paper, scissors if rock was like just slightly better than the other two. Like ever so slightly. It's like the paper kind of counters rock, but not really, right? That's kind of the reality of the situation. This kind of didn't line up the way I wanted it to. I think my gas is a bit too early here, so I'm actually gonna pull one drone out of gas. Partner anniversary, thank you, thank you. Yeah, they're not the tightest build ever. By me. I think we put one guy back into gas now, so we can get our braininess on time. I think I probably should do 12 gas, 11 pool. That should line up better. And take the gas slightly later. Okay.
군단이 진화했습니다. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있습니다.
Feel like I messed up a little bit with my micro. He should definitely be dead. Might still be. I messed up there in the end, for sure. That was so close. Bad call by me. Definitely bad call. I should be able to get the hatchery much sooner in this situation. Must be careful as other queens here. Probably I made an overload, right? No, I did not. Lots of small mistakes here, kind of throwing our lead, for sure.
성공.
I'm worried about like one base muta here or something. Yeah. Definitely seems like that's what's happening. No? Okay.
군단 병력이
It's not.
새로운 명 준비됨.
Going to be extremely hard to hold here.
군단 병력이 공격.
Especially if we do this.
완료. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Okay, he's still missing a gas there. Now we're getting saturated here, so we should actually still be in the kind of an okay spot.
진화 완료.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, I think. Droning a little bit, but still not getting any gases. I think we just gotta max out here.
공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물지대 말라버림. 광맥 소진됨. 광물지대 말라버림. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Oh, yes, portal. Okay.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단이 진화했음. 광맥 고갈됨. 변이 완료. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
That thing here really got me.
말라버림. 글라치아 직접 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Yeah, I threw this game really hard. I should have been playing way more aggressive in the mid game when I had the big eco advantage. Kinda let him just get away with a lot of stuff for free here. Got so confused by how late his gases was. He wasn't 3 gas for so long. And I can't get a base up now. I didn't get the cancel there. Yeah, now we're pretty all in.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광맥 소진됨. 유전자 변형됨. 군단 골라치아 직접 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
I can't afford these trades. This was just a really, really bad game by me. Really, really bad game. We're so far ahead, so many points. Just kinda let it slip for no reason.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광맥 소진됨. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
We can't even max out again, I don't think.
완료. 광맥 고갈됨. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
maybe we can do something here.
광물지대 말라버림. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Oh shit. Very surprised we won this. I mean, the fight was extremely good in front of our fourth here, but this was a roller coaster of a game. Holy shit. Why is he going out with slow links? Because he probably wasn't getting link speed, and he wanted to try to stop me from morphing more Bane links. Holy shit, this was a stressful game. We should have been so far ahead. I think here I should just go for the main base, to be honest. Like right now, if we just go, there's nothing he can do. We just go for the queen. Like, he has no money. He has no money whatsoever. So once he gets the Roots of Spine here, it gets a bit more tricky. Yeah, this was unfortunate. The hatchery surviving with like 2 HP. Yeah. Early pull gas, skipping speed and just going for Banis. I think that's also strong, yeah. Also strong. It's just that build is a lot weaker versus pull first compared to this. Where like both of these builds are weak versus pull first, but with this build, even versus pull first, if they mess up, you have a chance to do something right. But with the non-speed version versus pull first, I think you're just really, really cooked. But yeah, I think both variations are fine. But anyways, we killed the hatchery, so we're in like an amazing position right now. Like super, super good position. And then we defend his all-in. So we're in an even better position after that. And then I just kind of let it slip. I got too passive. Like, we were probably up like 30 supply at some point, I think, in the mid-game here. Or should have been at least. Yeah. Yeah, like here. Like, we should just be attacking right now. But I kept expecting him to all-in me, and then I saw no gases, and then he does take 2 gases here. I was just very confused this entire time. But like, right now, he got all of these upgrades on 3 gases. Like, his army is super tiny. Like, the second we maxed out here, we should have just been out on the map. And the game would just end if we take a fight right now. But then he kind of got to take a 4th, and he got to get the upgrades out with a much smaller army. And then I started like doing multi-prong, which is really bad because I have no map vision. So I keep getting caught out with too few units. Because I can't really see how big his army is. Yeah, and then things get tricky. Here I thought we were completely dead. But then he does this attack. And we kinda get to come back a little bit. He loses a bunch of units before the fight. I get my lurkers out. I don't have lurker range yet, but I actually got both of his overseers. Kinda funny. And then we get a really good fight here. Like the spine is even helping out. We have 2-2 versus 2-1. Like we were losing super hard before this fight, but then this happens, and now we have lurkers with lurker range. Yeah, GG. You almost always go for lurker range upgrade, right? Yeah, there's like almost no situation I can think of where you would prefer to have the burrow first. Like lurker range is just always better. It was a fun game though. How many queens am I making in CVT? I'm not really sure right now. It's hard to afford all the queens you need, for sure. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of 2-base Muta in CVT. I think 2-base in general in CVT feels pretty nice. Because it's hard to play like a solid 3-hatch opener. Because you just don't have the queens on time to defend stuff, I feel like. But I haven't tested stuff thoroughly enough yet. Alright. Some miss micro here. This is gonna hurt my hatch timing. Ah, yeah. That's quite bad. Should have also only made 2 larvae here. Yeah. This is the shortest map, I think, and I also messed up my drone micro. We could have definitely gotten the hatchery down there with better micro. So this is gonna make the game tricky. Especially with this third, because he can put a depth here on the high ground. So I need to put an overload over here to check for that.
새로운 여왕. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 진화 완료.
Yeah, this feels kinda cooked. Not gonna lie.
수업. 여왕 생성 성공.
Yeah, we're very far behind. Okay, I need to look at the replay this time to see what time the probe arrived and if I could have had the hatchery down or not.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 새로운 여왕 준비됨. 받아들일 수 없는 명령. 수 없는 명령임.
Should definitely get a Viper here.
유전자
Definitely get a Viper.
공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 천막 중량이 공격받고 있음. 변이 완료. 왕맵 소진됨. 천막 중량이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 광물지대 말라버림. 광맥
GG. It's a fun game. Definitely a mistake to not go lurkers though. Like, ultras are good, but going straight into ultra I think is just always asking to lose. Alan Gamble, thank you so much for the 4-month Prime sub, dude. Thank you very much, man. Yeah. We were very far behind, and then we got very far ahead. Because we went 1-1 Lynx versus Blink. And then, yeah, like, if we're just going to Lurker from this, the game is pretty chill. Unless he goes, like, straight into double Stargate, then we can go into Ultra, but... If he goes into double Robo like this, we should definitely just be playing Lurker. GG. Ultras are good when you're not behind. I mean, ultras are the only way to throw as well when you're ahead. Like, ultras are only good until you have like 6 or more, and you have like 5 infestors at least. Then they're good. But up until that point, they're kind of not the best unit. Why do I not play on EU? Because it's kind of too early for EU at this point. It's only what, 12:30. At this point in the day, there's usually more people on Korea than on EU. But maybe I'm wrong. I usually swap over to EU around like 9 p.m. KST, which would be like 2 p.m. Yeah, no, there's VPNs these days. So I got like 140 ping or so to EU, which is obviously not ideal, but it's definitely within the playable range. For me, I think like when it gets to like above 160, that's kind of where I draw the line of not playable, right? If it's below 160, then I think it's quite playable. But yeah, it's a lot better than it used to be back in the day. Back in the day, we would get like 300 ping to EU. So the new VPNs are doing good work. So the question is now, after all the changes, can I just go hatch first? Yeah, well, especially on when you compare it to Korea for me, right? Because I'm not sure if you guys see this, but the number there next to ping, that's 0. So I'm literally playing on LAN. I'm playing Korea server. Maybe, yeah, maybe I should start doing 11 Overlord. If I'm not planning on doing anything on 13 supply. I forgot to check last game. I just need to try to remember that. Check the replay. I wanted to see what time the Clover are natural. Okay. What is this? What is this? Just hoping to play against pool first, I guess?
건설로봇 준비 완료. 건설로봇 준비 완료. 건설로봇 준비 완료. 건설로봇 준비 완료. 건설로봇 준비 완료.
I'm not sure. Not sure. Alright, let's see what time the probe arrives here on this map. And if you could have sent it any earlier. It was pretty tight. Pretty tight. Maybe like half a second faster. If it's extremely tight. So I need to have the hatchery down by 102. I think it's possible here. Just like some slight better drone micro. Like 101 realistically. Did he do like an earlier pylon? Well, this looks pretty standard, right? 11, 12 pylon. Yeah, this looks pretty standard. Okay. Let's see if we can get consistently 101 hatcheries with 13 hatch. Can't do a proper split though when we have this. Resume from the replay screen popping up. That kind of slows us down a little bit, but makes it more realistic as well. We're not gonna have perfect micro every game. Already some small mistakes here. Okay. I feel like 101 should be possible here. Like this guy. Tight. No, not quite. A little bit too tight, isn't it? What if... I can't do this. What if we try going double extract with pick 14 hatch before Overlord? Hello, hello? Let's see if we can get that hatchery down just ever so slightly quicker. And see how that build order feels in general. Okay, we're not gonna build an Overlord here. Not sure if this is gonna work out though. Maybe we can get it down. Yeah, this we can get down on time, right? Problem is just we end up plotting 3 larvae here, which really sucks, because we also don't have a way to get rid of it without doing another double extractor trick. Which also feels kind of bad to do. Yeah, this doesn't feel great. Well, we tried 13 hatch. You mean like 13 hatch before Overlord? Maybe. Maybe. We can keep experimenting a little bit. I'll go into a game versus the AI. I was also thinking about just doing like 12 hatch with Overlord. Because it really sucks to be supply blocked. Let's try it. Let's try 12 hatch. With Overlord. We can also try 13 hatch without Overlord. So we're floating 3 larvae right now at like 50 seconds. Get the hatchery down on time, so we missed 1 larva right now. Yeah, we sack one larva for this. But obviously we get the hatchery faster too, so we make up some of that time on the hatchery timing, but not an entire larva. But again, this is still much better than having your natural blocked. I'm just gonna play so I can see at what time I can start my pool and gas, and then we'll compare with the 13 hatch. So the sad part is here, like missing the 1 larva from earlier, is that we obviously, like, these larvas are all spawning later, right? We would have 1 more larva right now, so we could saturate this gas a little bit quicker. Okay. This should probably be an Overlord, I think, too. Make it from here now. Okay, so spawning pool finishes at 227. That's enough money for 2 queens, okay. Let's try with 13 hatch. 13 hatch without Overlord. Okay. Little mistake there. So 13 hatch without Overlord, we can definitely get the hatchery down on time. The question is just like, how bad is it eco-wise? So we should start, yeah, floating larva at the same time as the previous one. So the problem now is, do we save up for the Overlord here? I think we do, right? So the lost larva time is almost the same as with the Overlord before. The problem is, like, right now we can't drone. Because with the 12 hatch, we were able to drone right now, right? So these drones are just way later than with the 12 hatch. So I think I would just rather play 12 hatch than this already. But we'll play it out and see what the timing looks like. Should be a little bit later, right? Like we should be a little bit more broke here. I feel like. Like the pool should definitely be a bit later than what we had previously. Kind of same problem here. Do that. I think we can make an overload here in 19. So 227, we started the queens with the 12 hatch. Looks like it's gonna be almost exactly the same, but we're a little bit more mineral starved here. Like this second queen is like 2 seconds later. Yeah, I think I would just prefer to do the 12 hatch then, right? Seems like we'd get more benefits from that. Okay. But this is probably like, you can still do the 13 hatch, I think, after Overlord on most maps. I think just on the very, very short maps, you might have to do the 12 hatch. Now the question is 12 hatch better than... what's it called? Is 12 hatch better than just having your hatcher on the third? That's something that will need testing as well. Okay. I'm gonna play one last game, guys, for today. CVT, please. I mean, yeah, for sure. I would like a CVT. I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to catch some of the games. Okay, this is the same guy as before. Is he just gonna leave again? Definitely any hatch is better than having second hatch and third. Not really. In the old patch, at least, it was only really worth it, like to go 15 hatch before Overlord, if you knew they would send a probe across the map, right? But even, like, if they send it super early, they could still block you, even if you went 15 hatch before Overlord on some maps. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Should have gone 11 Overlord. Keep forgetting to do that in this matchup. We'll do 12 Overlord with an extractor trick here. Okay, I tried 15 hatch last time. I think I'm gonna try a 16 hatch here, actually, just to see how that feels. Like how the timings line up with the first Reaper and stuff. I feel like if we go 17 pool, we might just have the pool too early then compared to our hatchery. proxy racks here. No, CC first in the high ground. That's fine. Allows us to skip the lanes completely. We do 27 Overlord here. Green base. Start lane speed. Okay, the first barracks just finished. Making a Marine or a Reaper.
여왕색 성공. 새로운 여왕 준비됨.
Okay, we'll save up for the lair here, I think. Maybe with one more drone. Or like that.
생성 성공.
Okay, double barracks. Kind of worst case scenario for our build order, but
받아들일 수 없는 명령임.
getting us started. We'll take a third. Slightly overdroned here. That should be okay because we need to build this hatchery. I don't really want to show the overseer because I will tell him what we're doing. But I also want to scout, of course, so... Actually gonna go... Gaining speed first here, I think. Because of this situation we're in here. I don't think we can actually make Mutas. There's a lot of Marines he has here. We can still make Mutas a little bit later, but we need to make sure we don't die to this push here. Yeah, I really want to try to catch this medevac right now. It has a third command center, so... yeah, definitely want to try to catch this. Oh, this 5 here is terrible by me.
군단 병력이 공격받고 있음.
Be very careful here with versus the Widow Mines with the mutas.
군단이 진화했음. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 공격받고 있음. 유전자 변형됨. 군단 변이 됨. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임.
We'll make a few more mutas, but this is probably gonna be the last ones.
광맥 소진됨. 광물지대 천막 종양이 공격받고 있음. 받아들일 수 없는 명령임. 광물지대 말라버림. 유전자 변형됨. 군단 변이됨. 공격받고 있음.
Ah, that's not very good. Looks like all our banelings here.
진화 완료. 군단 병력이 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이 군락지가 직접 공격받고 있음. 군단 병력이
That was really bad. Got caught with all my banelings here, like trapped in the middle. Because we just need to be chilling on creep here with our banelings, and the game is super over. Super over. Yeah, it doesn't even have 3-3 in the way. Dig all in. Thank you. Yeah. Just right here, getting caught. All of these banelings being caught, and having like no links at home, so I can't morph banelings at home either. Luckily the link counterattack did pretty well. GG. GG. Yeah, that's going to be it for me for today, guys. I am gonna go watch some Hamster Cup. Should be a fun day. Cyril is playing. In a group with very little Zergs in as well, so we're gonna get to see a lot of CVP and CVT from Cyril. That should be very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yeah, let's raid. Who do we raid, guys? Who do we raid? Let's raid Steadfast. I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to cast any Cyril game that he can. Yeah, up and coming. Doing big upsets thanks to the new patch. Cap up. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. We'll do more games. Tomorrow I'm definitely gonna try to do a longer stream. A much longer stream. Get started a lot earlier. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate you all. See you tomorrow.